times in people's lives where they are quick on their feet, and then there's times where they fall flat on their face because they're not quick enough, and it may make things awkward. And 99% of the time, I would fall into the category of fall on my feet awkwardness. But last Tuesday night, I was pretty quick on my feet, and I don't know if I was proud of the situation because it was just like a really weird situation, but I kind of enjoyed the way things developed. So, what's up, my nuggets? MisterFantasmo here, playing a game of something on something, Team Deathmatch, I think, on World at War. Oh yeah, World at War. What? World at War is such an old game. Why are you posting this? Because I can, and I just did, and you watched it, and I'll probably title the video World at War, so you have no reason to not like me for me, okay? So just chill out. I don't think I've ever posted a World at War game on my channel ever, so maybe I have, and it lapsed my mind. Pretty sure I haven't, though. Jumped on my MisterFantasmo account for like the first time ever, and got some games. So here you go. I have some more if you want more. Someone just got crushed by a tank in the kill feed. Okay, so anyways, though, last Tuesday night, let's go back, shall we? Let's bring it all back. And you're probably wondering, why aren't you telling me this as it happened? Like, why weren't you standing there with a camera waiting for something weird to happen to you? Well, I normally don't do that, and if something weird happened to me, I normally would come back and do a commentary about it and tell you guys within a day. I have a good turnaround time like that. However, last week, pretty much all last week, look at this nice aim, it's great. Okay, so pretty much all last week, I was really sick, and I'm not sure what I had, maybe like strep throat or something. I mean, strep throat always sounded really bad to me, but I don't know, it hurt to talk, and it hurt to cry, and it hurt to laugh, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I just sat there strapped to a chair. My roommate actually strapped me to the chair, and he said, "This is probably the best thing for you," and then he just threw apples and random fruits at me. And so, I mean, a week later, I'm better, so I guess that kind of worked, but it still kind of hurt. But anyways, last Tuesday night, I was walking back from class. I have class on Tuesday nights from 6 to 10:30. Yeah, 6 to 10:30. Did I say that right? 6 to 10:30 every Tuesday night. And I was walking back at 10:30, or maybe sometime after, shortly after that. It was dark. It was raining. I was coming down with some sort of sickness. I just wanted to get to my house. I put in my headphones. I was like, let's power walk this to death. And I put in some Celine Dion, and I was just jamming and bopping and beeping everywhere. And I was on my way home, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get mugged. No, I'm just kidding. I thought I got mugged because this little girl, actually I shouldn't say little girl because that kind of sounds demeaning, but this young woman just comes up and taps me on the shoulder. And, when I'm in my, Celine Dion mode, like Celine Dion or Cher, when I'm listening to them and you come up and tap me from behind, I might just, whammy punch you. So she's lucky I didn't whammy punch her, but I just kind of looked at her, and I was like, and then she kind of gave me that little signal that people give you, like, take off your headphones, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this better be worth it. So I took off my headphone, just one of them, I was only giving her the benefit of the doubt, and she's like, hey, did you know that back there you stepped on a worm? And I was like, okay, now normally, this is 99% of the time, I would have been like, like, I'm sure most of you, when I just said that, your initial reaction is what I normally would have had. I would have been like, I don't, like, okay, do you want to give me something for the bottom of my shoe to clean it off? I wasn't sure where she was going with this, but luckily, I just turned around at her, and I was also thinking to myself, like, why did I even take my headphone out for this? Like, this is dumb. But I looked at her with the most serious face I could muster up, and I looked at her and I went, oh my god, are you serious? Like, I completely played it off like I was a fellow worm lover or whatever the heck she was. I mean, to go out of your way to tell someone that they stepped on a worm. Like, what do you expect them to do in that situation? So I turned to her and I was like, oh my god, you have to show me where. And she's like, okay, yeah, come back, it's back here. So we did the freaking 20-yard dash back to this death spot of worms. And, you know, it was like a freaking offsides penalty run. And she, you know, worms, how they, when it's like raining out, like normally if you just find them in the ground, they're just like fat and short. And they're just like, oh, I'm a worm and I'm eating dirt, so leave me alone. I'll just be fat and you won't see me at all. But then when they're on the sidewalk, which I don't know why, I guess they're trying to just cross the sidewalk because they heard that the dirt's better over there or something, they stretch out to the entire width of the sidewalk, and they're, you know, I mean, you've all seen them, I don't really need to explain it, but it's just like, they elongate themselves to make it difficult for you. It's like, now the humans will feel bad walking on the sidewalk. I don't care, to be honest. And, yeah, you know, I mean, they're just worms. I mean, I'm sure they grow back eventually if you like stomp off part of their tail or something, it'll just like regenerate. I think I heard that in a biology class sometime. I don't know. Who am I kidding? I just kind of made that up. But so anyways, this girl, I mean, like, this girl just takes me back to this worm spot. I'm like, oh, yep, there's the smushed worm. What do we do now? And she's like, I was like, well, do you want to bury it? And she didn't like that very well. I think I took it too far, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted to tell you guys that, like, and that's basically, like, it ended in the most awkward possible way. I was just like, we went back there, and I looked at it, and I was like, okay, so there's a pile of guts where a worm used to be. Like, I'm sure you've stepped on plenty of worms in your life. This girl looked at me like I was some kind of psycho serial killer, and now I have this deep set guilt in my soul that I've been holding on to for like a week because I haven't been able to talk to tell you guys about this. And I just want to know in the comments section, first of all, what is your take on stepping on worms? And I don't want this to turn into some sadistic, like, oh gosh, I love stepping on, I have a worm farm and I just grow worms and then I step on them as soon as they grow or hatch or are born, or however worms come to be in this planet. But I sound like a total retard, but yeah, let me know, and let me know if you've ever had like a weird situation like that where you don't really know what to say, or maybe if you've ever had a situation where you were quick on your feet, and then, because I mean, I'm sure normally I just would have kind of like maybe acted like I was deaf or spoke a foreign language, and I've been like no habla English, and I just would have walked away. Because who wants to have a conversation with a girl about a worm that you just stepped on? But I don't know. I've already gone over the time, so just let me know in the comment section. Let me know I'm not the only one, and clear my conscience a little bit about stepping on this worm. I feel like a jerk. But other than that, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace, Nuggets.